This is so exciting to talk with you about this film. You bring such an amazing quality to this film. So when you read the script, you said it jumped off the page at you. What was it about your role that so intrigued you?
Well, he's dad, and especially for the last almost 17 years that I've been a dad, that's something that I gravitate towards, and really the whole script so funny, but real and believable. That's the combination that I'm always looking for in a comedy.
Now, when you approached your characters with the two boys, you really played each one of them differently. Now, did you take a lot, of course, you're a dad yourself. What did you take from your own experience as a dad coming into this role and working with the two gentlemen?
Well, I think the reality that you learn as a parent, that hopefully you learn as a parent, is that without showing favoritism, you have to acknowledge that they're different people, and you can't treat them exactly the same. You have to treat them as individuals.
Did you learn anything new about yourself doing this film?
I learned that tennis is a cool game to play for an old guy who used to consider himself athletic. My son has started playing tennis about a year before this, before we shot this, and between that and playing the tennis dad in this, I've actually picked up the racket.
Now, in this film, you progress as a dad. When did the arc come for you? When you just sort of got to the point in the film where you realized your two boys had to bond to each other?
Well, I mean, that was sort of my hope. I think even in the backstory, going back to the years, I mean, they had been the doubles partners and very high-ranking juniors players, and that was obviously a time in my character's life when, I mean, everything was just really golden, and then in the ensuing years they'd gone their separate ways and really more or less estranged, and that's something I can only imagine how painful that is for a parent. So my journey of without trying to meddle, wanting to see my sons rebond, is really the main part of my character's journey in the movie.
Love it. You worked with that charming little boy in the film. He is so funny and so fabulous. What was it like working with him?
Well, I tell you, when I read the script, I thought, all the four characters that you see here on the poster behind you, the brothers and the girlfriend and the dad, really fun, funny, well-written characters. But the character of Barry just really jumped off the page, and I thought was, I hope they get a kid that can really nail this part. And Joshua was just awesome in it, and he's actually closer to the age of my actual kids. So, my relationship with him, in the in character and on set was more like the sort of father-son thing.
That's great. What do you want audiences to come away with when they see Breakpoint?
Well, just with the healing power of laughter for an hour and a half, but then some real perspective on family and on being willing to take some uncomfortable steps to put yourself out there with people you love.
Great. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the movie. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.